Today, we are talking about a situation that embarrasses many parents and confuses them at the same time. You have a get together at home. Your child is playing with friends. Someone asks for a toy, and your child shouts, "No, it's mine. I won't share." All eyes turn towards you. Other parents are watching you. You feel awkward. You immediately say, "Share it right now. That's bad manners." But is it really a bad manner? Is refusing to share really a bad behavior? Or is it a normal child development? Let's understand this. Hello everyone, Namaste. Welcome to Mindful Parenting with Dimple. Let us understand something important. Sharing is not a natural instinct in young children. Ownership comes first. Generosity comes later. A child first learns that this is mine. Only after feeling secure about ownership can they learn to give. If we force sharing too early, we do not teach kindness, we teach pressure. Many parents worry that if my child doesn't share, will they become selfish? The answer is no. Selfishness is not built in one playdate. It is built when a child constantly feels that their feelings are ignored. When we say that don't be selfish, give it, we label the child instead of guiding the behavior. Instead, see the situation from the child's perspective. They were enjoying their toy. Suddenly, someone tries to take it. They feel threatened. They react. What looks like rudeness is often fear of losing control. Then what should you do? Step number 1, do not force immediate sharing. Step number 2, validate their feelings. Step number 3, teach turn taking. You can play for 2 or more minutes and then it will be your friend's turn. Step number 4, appreciate efforts when they do share voluntarily. This builds internal motivation. Now let us clear one big myth. Sharing does not mean giving away something instantly. Sharing means learning fairness and patience. Turn taking is the first step towards real generosity. If you always force your child to give their toy immediately, they may start hiding their favorite things when guests arrive. This is not kindness, this is insecurity. Another important point, never shame your child in front of others. Do not say like he is always like this, so stubborn, ये तो हमेशा ऐसे ही करता है, he never shares. Labels stick. Children start believing them. So instead you can calmly tell the other child that he is playing right now, he will give it after some time. You are teaching boundaries along with kindness. Now here is something powerful. You can prepare your child before guests arrive. Say that your friends are coming. Is there any special toy you don't want to share? Let's keep it safely aside. So this will give them a sense of control. When children feel secure, they are more open to sharing other things. So practice sharing at home through games. Play simple turn-taking games. Use phrases like my turn, now your turn. So model sharing in daily life. If you are eating something, you can say that, would you like, sir? Would you like to share it with me? See, children learn more from what they see than what they hear. There was a little girl named Anaya. She loved her pink doll. One evening, her cousin came home and immediately picked up the doll. Anaya ran and grabbed it back, shouting, "It's mine!" Her mother felt embarrassed and quickly said, "Anaya, share properly. What will everyone think?" Anaya's eyes filled with tears. She held the doll tighter. The mother paused. She remembered that sharing is learned slowly. She knelt down and said, "You really love this doll, don't you?" Anaya nodded. The mother continued, "Would you like to play with it for 5 more minutes and then give cousin a turn?" Anaya thought for a moment and said, "Okay, but only 5 minutes." After 5 minutes, the mother gently reminded her. And this time, Anaya gave the doll without crying. What changed? The toy was the same, the child was the same, but the approach was different. When child feel hurt, they cooperate better. Your child is playing with blocks. A friend tries to take some blocks. Your child pushes the friend and says, "Go away, these are mine." In that moment, what will you do? See, in such kind of situations, like I always say, validate the emotions first, then reinforce the boundary. See, in such kind of situations, like I always say, validate the emotions first, then reinforce the boundary. You can always say that it must feel difficult when you think you are the only one. Then you can say, like, having your own phone right now is not something we believe is necessary. If you need to call your friends, you can use my phone. This shows firmness with flexibility. You can also give them alternative. You can say that if you want to call your friend, you can use my phone. It shows the firmness with flexibility. That balance build respect. Also remember that you do not need to compete with other parents. You do not need to be most fun parent. You need to be most consistent parent. Children may admire lenient parents temporarily, but deeply they respect consistent ones in the long run. So please remember that your goal is not to impress other parents at the play date. Your goal is to build emotional security inside your child. When security is strong, sharing becomes natural. So next time, when a child says that it's mine, do not panic. Smile internally. This is step 1 of learning ownership. And ownership is the foundation of generosity. So train your brains as every child deserves an aware parent. If this helped you, share it with another parent who struggle during play dates. Because raising a kind children does not happen through force. It happens through patience, guidance, and connection. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. And don't forget to click on the subscribe button.